Okay, guys, now we are going to have a discussion on essay writing. IELTS writing task 2, essay writing. And by the way, essay writing is same for academic as well as for general training IELTS candidates, right? In total, there are four main types of essays in IELTS. Those types are opinion essay, discussion essay, problem solution essay, and advantages, disadvantages essay. So today we are going to start our class with opinion essay, which is the most important essay type. Opinion essay. Page number 31. Okay, so this opinion essay is also known as agree disagree, right? Or we also call it opinion essay. And there are 4 to 5 types, or there are 4 to 5 ways to identify that it is opinion essay. The first and most common one is how far do you agree or disagree? Page number 31. 31. How far do you agree or disagree? The first thing. Second, they can ask you what is your opinion or to what extent do you agree or disagree. ये मैं बता रहा हूँ how to identify. कि पता कैसे चलेगा कि opinion ऐसे है. After this, the third one, do you think advantages outweigh disadvantages? That is the third one. And fourth one, is this a positive or a negative development? ठीक है, ये इनमें से कोई भी टाइप का क्वेश्चन होगा, that means it's an opinion essay. Very, very simple. Now what happens in opinion essay, they will give you a statement and then they will ask you whether you agree with the statement or you disagree. Right? That's why we call it agree disagree essay as well. Now look over here. Whenever you write opinion essay, you got to look at your hand. There are 5 fingers. It means in opinion essay, you will write 5 paragraphs. The first paragraph is introduction. By the way, for any essay type, first and the last paragraphs, they are introduction and conclusion. First paragraph is always introduction, last paragraph is always conclusion, and there is no essay type in IELTS where you don't have to write conclusion. So introduction and conclusion, they are important. After that, the body paragraphs, they depend on the type of essay or they depend on your plan. In the body, minimum there will be 2 paragraphs and maximum there will be 4 paragraphs. Minimum 2, maximum 4. And number of paragraphs depend on your plan or it depends on the type of essay you are writing. Now when we write opinion essay, for opinion essay you are going to write 5 paragraphs. Right? In opinion essay, either you have to agree or you have to disagree. Either agree or disagree. Now, if you agree, you need to come up with at least 2 solid reasons for your agreement. And these 2 solid reasons are called your arguments. And if you disagree, again, you will come up with 2 solid reasons for disagreement. And these reasons are called your arguments. So, if you agree, there should be 2 reasons for agreement. If you disagree, there should be 2 reasons for disagreement. And by the way, I'll show you one complete essay. You'll be crystal clear about that. Okay. Now, in opinion essay, there is one thing which is called contrast. The first thing is, whenever you write opinion essay, your position should be very clear. What is your position? Position is either you agree or you disagree. There isn't middle way. Alright, don't say partially agree. Either you agree or you disagree. Even if you agree, you will write a contrast paragraph where you will write the opposite thing. For example, if you agree, in contrast paragraph, you will write about the people who disagree or you will write what you disagree with. Okay, and if you disagree, in contrast, I mean whatever you do in your essay, contrast में उसका उल्ट लिखना है. उसका opposite हो जाएगा. If you agree, contrast में लिखेंगे what people disagree with. If you disagree, in contrast you will write what people agree with and all that. So total number of paragraphs are 5. Now, examiner has got this criteria. Whenever examiner is going to go through your writing, examiner has this 4 type of criterias. The first one is actually what we call task response. Task response means how thoroughly you cover the topic. Task response means you have written the essay on the type which they have given you. It's not that they give you opinion essay and you write discussion essay. They give you problem solution essay and you write advantages, disadvantages essay. Task response also means for task 2 essay writing minimum 250 words. You may write 300, 350, but they should be minimum 250 words. That is what we call task response, right? Now, after task response, the second criteria is what we call grammatical range. They will check your grammar, your sentence structure. As I mentioned before, 3 to 4 type of sentences are important: compound sentences, complex sentences, and conditional sentences, right? So you should learn and practice these type of sentences. After grammatical range, the next criteria is your vocabulary. And for vocabulary, paraphrasing, rewording, synonyms, all these things are important. You need to use a variety of words. Don't use the same words again and again. You just need to come up with a variety of words to deal with that topic, okay? And finally, the last criteria is coherence and cohesion. Coherence and cohesion means number of paragraphs you write, and in each paragraph, connectivity of ideas, connectivity of sentences, connectivity of all the sentences in the paragraph, and systematically first introduction and all that. So this is the fourth criteria. And by the way, for you guys, the best approach to learn essay writing is try to read as many sample answers as possible. Not just read it carefully and read essays analytically. Focus every paragraph. First focus the topic. Identify the type of essay. Then read the essay and see how many paragraphs, how many sentences are there, what are the words and all that. So gradually, because for essay writing, you need 2 things. Number 1, language skills. Number 2, your knowledge on the topic. So if you have language skills, without knowledge on the topic, you cannot write essay. And if you have knowledge on the topic without language skills, again, you cannot do that. So for knowledge, you should read sample answers. And for, again, language skills, I would advise you to read that essays, sample essays. They will improve your knowledge and language skills both. Now, we are here on page number 31 of your book. Now, please turn to page number 36. Same book, page number 36. Got it? Same book, page number 36. Now, according to this, we've got the topic, prison. Can you see that model answer, model essay? So the topic is, prison is the best punishment for criminals. And then they have written discuss. Please cross discuss. Cross it. It's a mistake in the book. Cross it. And then write, how far do you agree with this statement? How far do you agree with this statement? Okay? Prison is the best punishment for criminals. How far do you agree with this statement? Now, please underline the word prison. Underline the word punishment. And underline the word criminals. Done? Now what you're going to do, at least try to come up 4 to 5 words or phrases that define prison. Right? 4 to 5 words or phrases that define prison. So, come on. Prison, jail, cell, punishment. Punishment is something else. Prison, captivity, right? Captivity. Then you can use the word behind the bars, in the lockup, right? So you need to write at least 4 or 5 words which you will use. Now, if you use the word prison, 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 prison everywhere, that will show the examiner that you got limited language resource, and that will be the reason for low band score. After that, punishment. For punishment, you can use the verb punish. You can use the word penalize. You can use the word sentence. Torture is not punishment. Torture is like to beat someone and all that. Punishment is like you legally get something. Sentence, punishment, penalize, and all that. Next, criminals. For criminals, you can use the word offenders. For criminals, you can use the word robbers. For criminals, you can use the word rapists, murderers, killers, and all that. So just use a variety of words. When they give you the topic, underline the nouns in the topic, because usually the clue words in the essay topic, they are nouns. So underline the nouns in the topic and then write at least 5 words, rewording, paraphrasing, so that you could use it comfortably. And if you're taking paper delivered IELTS, you can do it on question paper. If you're doing computer delivered IELTS, you can type it. At the end, you can delete it. Right? Okay. Now, as I said, in opinion essay, you're going to write 5 paragraphs. 5 paragraphs. The first paragraph is introduction. Second paragraph is the first body paragraph. Between introduction and conclusion, we've got body paragraphs. Right? So second paragraph is the first body paragraph. Then next, second body paragraph after introduction. Introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, contrast paragraph, and then conclusion. It's just like that. Okay? Now, let's take a start. We are going to talk about introduction. There are different ways of writing your introduction. Your introduction can be as short as 1 sentence introduction and as long as 4 sentence introduction. So it's all your choice. Minimum 1 sentence and maximum 4 sentences. And by the way, now you cannot argue which one is right, which one is wrong. All are right. It depends on your language. It depends on the sentences that you write. So please come to this first one. The first sentence of the paragraph. These days, every time you turn on the TV or flick through the pages of newspaper, you learn about the victims of crime. Now please put this sentence into brackets. These days, until victims of crime. Okay, so this sentence is a general sentence about the topic. Right? You can just do one thing, label it as 1. And on your notebook, you can write 1 general sentence about the topic. ठीक है, आसान हो जाएगा. 1 is general sentence about the topic. The second sentence they have written, this is just to emphasize the topic. If you want to omit it, you can omit it. So second sentence को ignore कर दें. Right? Now please come to third sentence. इसको bracket पे करें. Some people believe the best way to punish criminals is to sentence them to time in prison bracket closed. And write it 2. इसके साथ 2 लिखें. जहाँ से bracket open हो रही है वहाँ पे लिखें 2. Right? अब 2 के साथ लिखें paraphrase the topic. और rewrite, आसान words, rewrite the topic. Rewrite the topic. Rewrite the topic means जो टॉपिक दिया है prison is the best punishment for criminals, उसको अपने words में लिखते हैं. Sentence number 1 is general sentence about the topic. Sentence number 2 is reword the topic. After that, the last sentence है I completely agree. इसकी bracket open करें. I completely disagree with this idea, and in this essay I will support my opinion with examples. Bracket closed. Sentence number 3 इसको label कर लें. This is what we call thesis sentence. THESIS. Thesis sentence is actually your plan. This sentence is your plan. And by the way, this sentence will tell the examiner the type of essay you are writing. Clear? यहाँ से examiner को पता चलेगा कि आप कौन सी type का essay लिख रहे हैं. कैसे पता चला? I completely disagree. Examiner को पता चल गई opinion essay लिख रहा है. Right? I completely disagree, and it's up to you. If you want to agree, you can agree. If you want to disagree, you can disagree. So I completely disagree with this idea, and in this essay, I will support my opinion with examples. So in introduction, how many sentences? 3 sentences. And by the way, these 3 sentences should be here on your fingertips. Sentence number 1, general sentence about the topic. Sentence number 2, paraphrase the topic in your own words. Sentence number 3, thesis sentence or plan. You should know it all. Okay, and same, you can have another plan for discussion essay, another plan for problem solution, and then you can do that. Now we are going to start with the body paragraph. Body paragraph is called BP. B for body, P for paragraph. So now we have this BP1. Listen, every body paragraph will start with the main idea. As I said, if you agree, what are the reasons for agreement? If you disagree, what are the reasons for disagreement? Now open the bracket. Firstly, life in jail is far too comfortable for prisoners. Bracket closed. So, this is sentence number 4. Or you can make it 1. BP sentence 1. Right? You can make it BP sentence 1. Now, the first sentence contains the main idea. Can you tell me what is the main idea or reason? Life in jail is far too comfortable. That is why the writer of this essay says, I completely disagree. So, by the way, in opinion essay, in body paragraph, you will write the reasons for your agreement or reasons for your disagreement. Exactly. Okay. Next, for example. Now, by the way, example is not compulsory. It depends on you. If you have a good example, and when you give examples, never give personal examples. Never give personalized examples like in my village, in my city, in my place, my uncle, my brother. Never do that. Just give a general example. Not personal, but general, right? So, for example, they say here, for example, many inmates, underline the word inmates. This word is for prisoners. So, this is what we call vocabulary. Inmates for prisoners. Many inmates have access to luxuries such as television, computer and sports facilities and so on. Now please put this sentence in bracket and you can just write add an example to support your point. Add an example to support your point. So example is given about television and luxuries. In other words, now please open bracket here. In other words, spending time behind bars. Now what is behind bars? Prison. See that? This is what you will do in your actual IELTS writing. They don't need your big vocabulary. They don't need hi-fi words. Okay, they just need this one. Very recently, one of my students, he got 7 band in writing. And whenever I marked his writing, I gave him 6.5. Why? Because I knew then he would struggle. His desired band was 7. So he shared the result with me last night and I was really happy to see that. He got 8.5 and then he wanted 8,777 and in 3 modules he got 1 7.5 and 2 7s. In writing he got 7. Now I will share his writing with you. I will share his writing tasks. He's written all 4 types of essays which are saved with me. I'll share that with you. So you will realize it's not that you need to write up to the moon or otherwise like that. It's simple writing with variety of words, appropriate grammatical structures and you will get 7 band. Now 7 band is not 9 band. I mean still 2 bands less than 9 actually. So even if there are mistakes, you can still get 7 band if you are on the right track. Anyways, in other words, now whenever you say in other words, this is for coherence and cohesion. As I said, one of the marking criteria. Task response, grammatical range, lexical resource, that is vocabulary, and one is coherence and cohesion. So in other words means what you said before, you are going to say it again using different words. And by the way, for in other words, you can write furthermore, moreover, like that. Yeah. Spending time behind bars is more like being in a holiday camp. After that, the last sentence of BP1, body paragraph 1, we call it concluding statement. In each body paragraph, last sentence is called concluding statement. That sentence will conclude the paragraph. Check how. If prison is going to act as a deterrent, deterrent means something that stops some activity to happen. If prison is going to act as a deterrent, then I believe it needs to be considerably tougher. This is closing paragraph, closing sentence, and now one body paragraph is over. By the way, how many sentences are there? 4. In total, there are 4 sentences. So in body paragraph, ideally you can write 4 sentences. And these 4 sentences must be compound. Next body paragraph. Another reason. Now when you write another reason, you are achieving coherence and cohesion. Another reason why I disagree, and again you are telling I disagree. Now you can change it. If you agree, then you say another reason why I agree. Right? So you can just do it accordingly. Another reason why I disagree with prison as a punishment is that a large number of prisoners are not actually a danger to society. So what is reason number 2? Argument number 2. What is argument number 2? Large number of prisoners are not actually a danger to society. Right? Okay, so this is the first sentence, and the first sentence contains main idea or your argument. So this is BP2. BP2 will contain reason number 2 for agreement or disagreement. Next they say, take shoplifters as an example. Shoplifters are those who just put the things in their pocket and come outside, right, from a supermarket and all that. So take shoplifters as an example. They are often locked up. Now locked up is another word for prison. In the same cells. Cell is the word for jail. Check their vocabulary. This is what you write and you get 8 band. Okay? With correct sentence structures. As murderers, rapists and violent criminals. Now for criminals they are using the word murderers, rapists and violent criminals. Is that clear? Okay. Let's go on. I strongly believe that. Once again you are saying I strongly believe that because it's an opinion essay. You have to tell the examiner that I'm writing an opinion essay. I strongly believe that this is a serious waste of taxpayers' money. Because the money that goes to the jail, that money is from the taxpayers' money, right? Taxpayers' money. What's more? Now by the way, what is contraction? In essay writing, never write any contraction. What's a contraction? Don't, doesn't, shouldn't, wouldn't. Never write any contraction. So they've written what's more, cross it and write there furthermore. Or you can write moreover. Or you can write additionally. Right? Furthermore, moreover, additionally instead of what's more. And category wise, this is what we call coherence and cohesion. Ideas are well connected here, right? So, simply furthermore, comma, petty criminals. Now, petty criminals is another word for small criminals, petty criminals. Petty criminals, alright, what's more, petty criminals may even learn how to commit more serious crime when they are inside. Inside means inside the jail. Okay, now the next paragraph is what we call contrast. As I said, introduction. Body paragraph 1 with one argument to support your opinion. Body paragraph 2, second argument to support your opinion. Now this is what we call contrast. Contrast means the opposite thing. Let's see. On the other hand, you can start your contrast paragraph with on the other hand, on the contrary, right? On the other hand, there is an argument that prison can help to rehabilitate offenders. Rehabilitate is a very good word. What is rehabilitation? Like, you know, we've got rehabilitation centers for addiction, different addictions and all that. So if someone commits a crime, send him to the jail. When he comes outside, he'll become a good person, right? That is what we call rehabilitate. So rehabilitate offenders. Now, on the other hand, now when you write, for example, if I say jail is not the good place, in contrast, I will write jail is the good place for criminals. If I agree, if I say that jail is the worst place for criminals, there should be other ways. In contrast paragraph, I'm going to write the opposite view. Okay. So they say there is an argument the prison can help to rehabilitate offenders. Many inmates have the opportunity to study while they are doing time. In Pakistani jails, sometimes during their 10 years tenure, 5-year tenure, some studied, some even memorized the Holy Quran, right, in the jail. So there are many examples like that. Some completed their master degrees. Yeah, in the jail they completed their MA and all that, right? Because there is nothing to do. Yeah. So as a result, instead of that you can write consequently. And these words are very important. As a result, consequently, many never reoffend. Now the word many, listen, if you are finished with synonyms, then you can use the word many. Now many actually means prisoners, right? So many never reoffend when they are released. After this, we've got conclusion. Now, please come to conclusion. You can write in conclusion. Afterwards, you can just put this sentence in bracket and you're going to reword the topic. Reword the topic. In conclusion, the first sentence is rewording the topic. So, in conclusion, although it is a common belief that prison is the best way to punish criminals. Although it's a common belief, what's the topic? Prison is best punishment for criminals. So what are you doing? You are paraphrasing or rephrasing the topic once again. I believe. After I believe, you will write your opinion. I believe it is too soft. Now what does too soft mean? Life in jail is far too comfortable. So that is too soft. Now you will write two reasons why you agreed or disagreed. So you said, I believe it is too soft. That is body paragraph 1. And that it is not necessary in the majority of cases. This is the main point of body paragraph 2. So you gave one sentence summary of 2 points in body paragraph 1 and 2. And finally, you will give your opinion once again. Personally, I think prison should be the last option when all else has failed. When everything fails, then you can put the people in the jail and all that. So how many paragraphs? 5 paragraphs. And again, remember, the first thing is you need to identify type of essay. Type of essay means opinion, discussion, problem solution, advantages, disadvantages. After identifying the type of essay, you should immediately have a plan. Now, for example, I just taught you the plan for opinion essay. Once you identify opinion essay, you should know immediately, yes, 5 paragraphs. Introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, contrast paragraph and conclusion. So you should know all these things. The third level, you should know how many sentences in introduction, how many sentences in body paragraph 1, and what are these sentences. So once you go up to this level, essay writing will not be a problem. And again, I would advise you to brush up your language skills, especially tenses. If you know how to make simple sentence, like for example, I get up early in the morning. It's a simple sentence. Now, what is going to be a sort of compound sentence? I get up early in the morning because I have to go to office. So when you join two ideas and these type of compound sentences where 2 or 3 sentences are joined together with the help of conjunction, they are regarded highly in the eyes of examiners. So compound mainly, first simple, then compound, then conditional, complex, and you'll be able to achieve your desired band in writing. Okay. All right. So that's it.